Ladies and gentlemen.
How's it going, guys? My name is Mando.
My name is Bucky.
Welcome to another episode. Before we start, if you'd like to support our podcast and help us out, you could do so by giving us a like, follow, subscribe to our YouTube. We have Instagram, TikTok, X, all the good shit. So all that would help us get in the algorithm, and yeah, we would greatly appreciate it. Show us some love on YouTube. We definitely need it on there.
Definitely, man.
But TikTok is getting all that right now. 700. Fucking chimp.
Oh, Simon. Thank you. 700 followers, man.
So,
Started from the bottom. We get us to 1,000.
yeah. That would be fucking... I feel like we can make it in like next month.
Hopefully.
But but this is... Did you introduce yourself?
I did.
Oh, shit, man.
They know me. They should know me.
Yeah. Well...
Yeah, but I did some.
Bro, I'm off. My fucking back is killing me, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking...
Taking medicine?
Muscle relaxer.
Take some drugs and stuff. No, don't do that. I used to work with this old guy. He was like, man, I'm going to give you good advice. He said, whatever you do in life, just don't get old.
Yeah, dude.
Just don't get old. It's like...
Tell me about it, bro.
I can't imagine being, you know what I mean? Like, at our age, that everything hurts right now. I can't imagine being 80.
Yeah. Fuck. That's my word with this fucking back pain. It's all because of that fucking accident.
Yeah.
But hopefully I'll get better. But how you been, man?
I've been good. It's been a good week. It's been raining. I don't know what I did, dude. Oh, actually, I worked last night. Now that I remember, like I said earlier, I was driving, dude. And I think I was just asleep. Because at some point, I saw traffic just stopping. I was like, man, how did I not see that, man? But thank God I did. It stopped on time, and could have been bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit, man. I'm telling you, like, when you work at night, you're not, like, you constantly work at night, and then you have to drive your ass back home, dude. It's the worst feeling ever. It puts me in such a bad mood when I have to drive, and I'm tired.
I basically work from 6 in the morning all the way to, like, 4 in the morning. Almost 24 hours, dude.
Jesus.
Then drove 2 hours home. Thank God I made it. Had some sleep. Because right now I feel like I'm falling asleep.
No, yeah. Like when you have to do all that stuff, man, it's a lot, man. It takes a toll, and like when we were younger, right? Working day and night was like nothing, dude. Now, bro, jeez. But
Simone, so what's up, man? You have any?
I have a few things I want to fucking talk about. It's a little old, maybe, per se, I guess. But so I haven't spoke about the war in Ukraine for a few episodes.
Yeah.
But it's been brought to my attention a few things in these recent weeks, I'd want to say. It's coming to an end from the looks of it. From what Trump says, they're gonna meet up in Turkey, have talks and all this, that, and the third. I mean, from what I last heard, correct me if I'm wrong, but basically Russia wants the land that they were able to take over during the war and Ukraine isn't too happy about that shit. Well, Zelensky, because Zelensky doesn't talk for all Ukrainians, but yeah. So basically, what has to go on is like in those regions where they took over, Putin wants them to renounce Ukrainian citizenship and then uh, become Russian citizens and go through that whole process and whatnot. And but yeah, let's backtrack a little bit from that though. So as I said last season, North Korean soldiers were being deployed in Ukraine, and a few have been captured, a few have been killed with their documents and whatnot. And I was going through Instagram, and apparently they've been throwing flyers out. Well, Ukrainians have been throwing flyers out, and it's basically it has a. I'll put a picture up, but it has a Russian soldier, right, walking, and then it has a North Korean soldier on a dog leash with Kim Jong Un on top, as if the Russian soldier is treating the North Korean soldier as a dog, right? These flyers were scattered all over the battlefield, supposedly.
Yeah.
And it basically, in Korean, it has instructions on how to, surrender. And I'm going to show the Korean version and then the translated version. And the one with the Russian walking the Korean soldier says, "You were sold for money. Don't lose your honor." And in the instructions, it says, for the surrender, it says, "Put away your weapon, hang it up, stand up straight, and hold a hand or a white flag, such as a white rag. Approach after receiving permission from a Ukrainian soldier, and follow his instructions. If detected by drone, follow the drone. Ukraine treats prisoners of war well, in compliance with Geneva Conventions and international humanitarian law." And then they're on this fucking post, they show North Korean money, North Korean bills, and surrender. And it says, there's one that says, "Surrender. Kim Jong-un has driven you," and I don't know what it's cut off, but basically it's insinuating that Kim Jong-un has them starving. And then it has another instructions, how a North Korean soldier surrenders, showing a blue and yellow flag. Put your weapon in front of you, lift the white cloth, raise your hand, shout loudly, "Freedom." Go slowly towards Ukrainian soldiers, meet demands of Ukrainian riders. And yeah, basically that's it's become psychological warfare. In the Korean culture, honor is a big thing. So I guess this was a way to get into the Korean soldiers, that they're being used and they're being treated like dogs. And like I said, like for the North Koreans, honor is like a huge thing.
So Ukraine was the one basically telling the Koreans they are treating.
The Ukrainians were the ones telling them that the Russians are treating them like dogs.
So do you think you think Ukraine wants the Koreans to be on?
He basically wants them to like revolt against the Russians. That's what they basically want.
Yeah.
They basically want them to surrender and then basically go against. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, but I mean, do you think, like you said, that their honor and like they were sent there by whoever is above them, they're not gonna. Some of them would rather die than just switch sides, I guess you can say.
Yeah. So, I've seen a few videos where these Korean soldiers are about to get captured, or killed or whatever. So what they've been doing is that they get a grenade, pull the pin, and then blow themselves up. So it's pretty crazy. And then so let's put that aside. We got the land situation and the Ukrainians getting Russian citizenship. Here's a touchy subject. But a lot of you guys might say it's just propaganda and whatnot. But video says it's happening. Apparently, there's certain parts of Ukraine that are getting taken over by Israeli nationals. And in this video that I saw, these guys were passing a religious checkpoint. And on these religious checkpoints, right, they're basically surrounding a certain area wherever they're plotting land for themselves. And they're asking if you're Christian or Jew, right? And in some occasions, if you say you're Christian, they'll, depending where your passport's from, they'll just make you disappear. They'll either kill you
like
right then
Christian,
and there.
what is it? Christian persecution? Is that?
Yep. Christian prosecution.
Prosecution. I said persecution.
Yeah. So
Same thing.
yeah, they got it. But this is a very, if it's actually happening, this is very, very bad. In this video, this guy says it in Ukrainian and in Hebrew, and then he says it in English. He's like, "Are you Christian or Jew?" And they're like, "Christian. Give me your passport." And I don't know. I think it was like an American passport or British passport. I'm not sure, but the gentleman spoke English.
Yeah.
And they were like, "No, you can't come here. Jews only. Get out. Turn around." The fact that this is happening is very shocking. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, you think they just want to make sure that wherever they just want to keep the same people. I mean, they don't want to.
But what's Israel then?
True.
See, my thing is, a lot of these folks from Israel are from Eastern Europe. They're Eastern European Jews, right? They got Israel and all this, that, and the third. But they say that they're trying to take back land that was theirs. The usual.
Yeah.
But the crazy part about this is that there's clearly money flowing through these areas because they have a police force that's Jew or Israeli. They have police cars. They have stations. All that. How long have they been planning this?
It looks like for a long time if they have all those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's super crazy because we were about to get put into this war, right? For what? And like I've said always, it's a proxy war. But now that I'm seeing that Israel's involved in this, it's kind of fucking weird to me. Where did this come from? Who gave them permission? Why is nobody doing anything about it?
True.
Why is Ukraine? This is happening in Ukraine. Why isn't Ukraine reacting? Why isn't this more public? It's fucking weird, bro. There's more to the story that meets the eye. Is all I'm gonna say, and I'll leave it at that. I just thought I would put it out there because this shit is not spoken enough about. And I understand because there's sometimes repercussions to the things, but there's no way that Israeli nationals come to another country and they take up land because they feel like it is. Like, you don't know, and then they're taking up land that obviously is not theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's weird that no one's stopping them.
Yeah, and it's like you conveniently go right after it's war torn to just take these plots of land and say, oh, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, and nobody's stopping them. Nobody's stopping them.
I know.
But I don't know, man. It's up to you guys to see. Or
Yeah, there's a lot of things that you don't really see in the news, dude. Like stuff that they don't want to show you.
mm-hmm.
And this is something they don't want you to see.
And like a lot of this stuff, like this is why, I always say, it's why it's never good to have a huge lobby by a country in our government. You know, and the fact that this isn't out there as it should, like everybody was in uproar when Russia was taking over Ukraine. Everybody. But Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union. There's Russian-speaking Ukrainians. In essence, that's Russia's land regardless of the fact. However you want to put it, you know?
Yeah.
And now that this is happening, I'm going to try to see if I can find the video again, if they haven't taken it down for some crazy reason. But a lot of shit is going down, dude. A lot of people are talking out on these things now more than ever. And I just look back at like when they were trying to ban TikTok. And I'm just like, bro, whole time, bro. TikTok was probably like the only thing that wasn't heavily censored or heavily manipulated. Nothing.
Yeah.
Like if you try to fucking grow on Instagram, it's hard. A lot of your shit gets put to the bottom. A lot of your shit gets censored. It's super hard. You do that on Facebook, it's the same thing. But let it be porn.
Oh yeah, they
let it be nudity. Let it be something sexual. Let it be guns and gangster culture and all that stuff. Like they shove it down our kids' throats like it's nothing. Let it be two women fighting over a man, fucking yanking their hair out and doing some fucking retarded shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's crazy. It's crazy. Like that Mexican live streamer, the girl that got fucking killed.
Oh yeah, dude. Did you see the video?
I saw part of it.
So I didn't know what it was. I was Facebook, which is weird how they just let you watch it, just like Twitter. But I thought it was a joke or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
You can clearly see when she's talking, and then I think they know who did it.
Yeah.
I saw a video of somebody like, oh yeah, this was in the news of some country. They were like, we know who it was with allegedly, right? But we don't want to show the picture of the person because I guess it's
it was in Mexico.
Probably.
We know where that goes.
So, I mean, like you said, they would censor stuff that people should be able to see. And then they just show you stuff that they just to control you, though. Like I always said, dude, they will show you stuff to distract you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of like the shit that they'll show you in social media, like the killings and the naked women and the sexual content, that fucks with your head, dude. That fucks with your head. You could get PTSD from watching killing all the time, dude. Like it'll make you stay up.
The thing is that if you watch one video on Facebook, you continue to get stuff, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think 2 days ago I was with Facebook and I saw the same video of the girl, and click on the page that posted the video, and then they had a bunch of videos like that.
Yeah, dude.
It's nothing like he doesn't even ask you, doesn't say anything. Hey, you about to watch something? Nah, it's just a normal video.
Yeah.
But if you post a picture or a video talking about something or someone, not accusing them or anything, just expressing your opinion, they just take it down.
Yeah, dude. So like I feel as though social media should come to a point where it's available, right? You could and form your own opinions from the shit that you see, like on Facebook, Instagram, and whatnot. All right, TikTok. It's a Chinese company. I understand where the issue is with it being a Chinese company, because if let's say you're a Chinese citizen, right? You open a company, and you still have your citizenship in China. Automatically, it's Chinese government property.
Oh shoot.
So they're able to go through all of it whenever the fuck they want, however the fuck they want. And that was the fear with TikTok, right? But the fact that you wanted to shut that shit down, right? Because of that excuse, but that's the only place where you can actually see shit and develop your own opinions on situations. It's sus as fuck. Like, Zuckerberg said sorry, all this, that, and the third. And he didn't.
They don't care, man. It's just business.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just.
They don't.
It's Zuckerberg wanted to, like he did the Joe Rogan podcast, and he, I guess, wanted to portray himself as like not the bad guy because he got manipulated.
Yeah.
But like, it's easy to point the finger when you say, the president that obligated, or the administration that obligated you to do it, is out of the door. It's easy. Why didn't you do it within those 4 years and say, hey, look, like as soon as you saw that it was bullshit, why didn't you just say, nah, bro, I'm going to talk out, or I'm going to let it go? You think that just doing a few podcasts is just going to say, okay, it is what it is. Well, he's fine. He's a cool guy. He does jujitsu. He's fine.
He does.
Apparently he's pretty good too. But fuck me up for talking all this shit.
Right. Imagine he's like, oh, what you talking about?
Fucking shows up at my door.
I would ask for take a picture before.
Give me a before and after, dude.
It would be an honor, so Nah, dude. You know, it's crazy that, because the same way, like how when you go to the stores, when you go to the store, especially some areas though, they don't allow you to they don't give you plastic bags. You have to bring your own and stuff because they don't want to contaminate the environment and stuff like that. But then you got rich people like Katy Perry. Was she the one that went to space?
Oh yeah, for like 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Or
the whole thing went 10 minutes.
Right. Imagine. Or the other, what was Kim Kardashian? She went to some other country to get food or something.
Yeah.
And we can't use straws or we can't use plastic bags because I guess, listen, if you have money, you can do whatever you want.
Bro, a sea turtle getting fucking straw in their nose is like 1 in a million, bro. Fuck that sea turtle, bro. It's like, what?
Like, just like we're talking about the fires in L.A., California, right? They didn't use the water because they were trying to protect the fish.
Yeah. A fish that did nothing.
Right. So I was listening to a podcast the other day, and the guy is like one of the, the ones fighting the actual fire. Mm-hmm. He's like, we don't get paid enough. We don't get benefits. That's what he was saying, allegedly. And he's like, I feel like for being the United States and seeing how often this kind of fires, they should have a solution, but they don't. So he was like, they care more about a fish than the people.
Yeah, and a lot of people are like, that fish is fucking useless. It's like, it does nothing. It's fucking useless. Fuck the fish.
But I think, listen, if you really want to if you really want to protect the fish, then find something else. Create a solution to a problem that it's always happening. Somehow, I don't know. Get water from. I don't know, man. Find a solution.
Yeah.
Because he was like, a lot of the times, like the planes. I think he's a pilot. He's like, sometimes the fire is like right there, and then there's like a body of water. Like he's like, I can get there in a minute or two. But he's like, I can't get to that. I can't use the water because there's fish in there. And he's like, and now I have to fly like 25 minutes one way to get the water. And by the time I come back to fire, just stand there. He's like, it would be so easy to just, use the water that we have, stop the fire, and it'll be fine. But he's like, but imagine I go 25 minutes and 25 minutes back. It's just. We trying to protect stuff. I feel like, listen, I get it. We need to protect the environment. There's a lot of stuff that we need to, like, plant trees and stuff. But let's be honest, like, a lot of this stuff is just, it's too late now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, and then, like, when it comes to that, right, they're trying to say that, like, the city was burnt down. The LA was burnt. Right, because they're trying to get the smart city going.
That's another thing.
And then instead of like having a fucking battle, people, what do? Burn it. But apparently there's this couple that a lot of people are thinking. Oh, I saw it on I think TikTok, and the couple was driving around LA with a retired fire department truck, and one was a convicted arsonist, and then the other one was an environmental environmental specialist or some shit, a climate change specialist or whatever. And they're trying to say that that couple was the couple that started the fire. And they're trying to say that the fire was a terroristic attack by this couple.
Oh, shit.
But, of course, nothing can link them to it now.
I mean, especially what you just said. They want to have the smart city, and then it was easier for them to just burn the whole city, the whole place.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just blame it to the natural causes. And then...
Like, you have the insurance getting canceled.
Yeah, that was
like
weird.
A month prior. Then you have no water. Then you have the budget cuts. And all of it just coincidentally worked together to cause this fire. It's just insane to me. It's insane to me. Just like Hawaii went through the same thing. They've only gotten $700. They have not had help, right? A lot of these places, I feel like have been victims of a bigger plot. You know what I'm saying? Because there's just no way that all this shit transpires, nobody does anything about it, and it's call it a day. It's done. It's whatever.
I mean, honestly, there's really nothing we can do. Or, I mean, we could if we would all unite, but, people are like...
Oh, you're fucking a crazy conspiracy theorist.
What are you going to do? So, hey, I guess you just follow whatever they give us, I guess. I don't know.
And
it is what it is, huh?
Yeah. And that's what they want, bro. That's what they want. And it's all this shit that's going down is just to keep everybody dumb and slow. Like the feminization of men, the making women more masculine. This horrendous thing with it's become horrendous if I'm being frank, with homosexuality, perversions in school, perversions on the internet, and perversions on TV. All this shit is just to make a weaker mind.
I saw a video. This father who's, I think he's got a second grader, third grader, fourth grader, I don't know. He said that his teacher gave him an iPad to do a project. which I don't understand why the teacher is giving him a tablet. But anyways, it seems like it like basically what the dad was saying was like it looks like the teacher wanted the kid or the kids to watch porn basically. And it's not like the kids were looking for it, but it was in the pictures, a bunch of naked dudes just doing it. And it's just part of like the same thing, like, oh, it's all about like what kids need to know what's the sexuality and like blah blah blah. And you know what I was thinking? This is why they care so much about like kids learning about like gender and sexuality at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
It's just to get them, thinking that that's a normal thing.
Yeah.
And it's not. Because I was talking to someone the other day about how there's people that, believe in Jesus and there's people that don't. And a lot of the times, there's people that go to church and there's people that don't. A lot of times is because depending how your parents raise you, you believe what your parents believed, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That happens all the time. At least for me, I can speak for myself, right? And so, in that, I was, raised like that since I was a kid. And then they know that people our age, they can't change our minds.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably can, but it's hard. But so they know and go for the younger generation who doesn't know anything, who believes everything, and that's how they'll control. It's easier for them to control us.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's a more kid's brain soaks everything up, bro. Soaks everything up, dude.
I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. I mean, you think it's normal. You see it every day. You learn it in school. Everyone else the same age is doing the same thing. So the same age as you. Imagine you go back to elementary school and you see this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You think it's normal because everyone in school is talking about it. Your teacher is basically shoving it in your face. And then you get home and your parents probably are Christian, so they tell you, oh, no, it's wrong. But you can't speak up in school because you will get in trouble. So what do? You just follow it.
Yeah. The best way to shut somebody up is calling something that's based on fucking reality and facts wrong.
But they don't want to listen, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the best thing the best way to shut up people is just to say, when they're fucking saying a fact or when they're basing statistics off a group of people or off of anything, the best thing to do is say, oh, that's hate speech. That's the best way to shut everything up. Oh, that's homophobic. Oh, that's transphobic. Oh, this, that, and the third. It's the best way to do it. Like, when you talk, for example, like we were talking the other day, they'll shut you up when you talk about the Palestine situation, right? They'll hit you with you're not with Palestine, you're a fascist. Oh, you're not with Israel, you're anti-Semitic. Like, oh, you're not with BLM, oh, you're a fucking racist. But that's how.
Can you imagine you just minding your business, like you really don't want anything bad happen to the people, but you just don't want to get involved in it. And then like special for like the BLM.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I haven't seen. People were like, if I haven't seen you post I guess people were posting like the black image.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, oh, I haven't posted anything, so I just assume you're racist. Dude, I just want to be at it. I just don't want to get involved with that, dude. Like, I do think racist is bad and there's still exists, but what am I going to do by posting a picture? You know what I mean? And you getting mad at me, you getting offended, dude. Like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean?
signaling, bro. That's
like,
all
honestly,
it is.
if you're the type of person that gets offended by my beliefs or my opinion, you're part of the problem. Because I don't care what you believe. It doesn't offend me. I would not do anything to you if you believe the opposite of what I believe. Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? What am I going to do? But the sad thing is that people, if you're not with them, you're against them. That's what they think.
That's the truth. But it's how society is being built now.
Nah, it's definitely, and like I said, they just want us to hate each other. You know what I mean? Social media doesn't help. Just like Instagram.
Yeah, no, it's all fucking. It's all fucking bullshit, man. It's all fucking bullshit. It's just to make a weaker generation, and that's what it is. It's to make a more manipulative generation or a more manipulated generation. Just control what you see on social media, control what you see on the news, control all that stuff, and you got everybody just eating off their hand. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know what I did the other day? Different phone, different account on, was it TikTok? I forgot. It was one of them social media platforms. And if you search, we're two different people.
Mm-hmm.
You have your own account, I have my own account. If you search the same word, you'll get different things.
Yeah.
Oh, I was at work. This dude was like, man. He was like, I downloaded TikTok. No, it was Instagram. He was like, I downloaded Instagram. My girl, she doesn't like it, but I don't care, right? I guess he was like, I'm about to break up with her. So he downloaded Instagram, and he's like, bro, look what I got. I searched something. I think he meant it was some type of car or something. I was like, you want to see how like social media works? And so we searched the same thing. I got a totally different thing than he did. Like a lot of the times you get things that you don't even search for. So basically what I want to get to is if you're the type of person that you just like, oh, I believe this is right. And it's good though. But what I'm saying is you should also be open-minded, right? Maybe not open-minded, but just be like, hey, you know, there's people that have different points of views. People believe different things. And if you're the type of person that gets offended, that think that Trump supporters or Biden supporters or, you know, Kamala, when you go to social media and search for something, you will get the answers that you personally are looking for. Does that make sense? You will get people talking about and basically feeding you more of the stuff that you want to hear. But then you hear someone else's different opinion, then you get offended because they go against the. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's basically coddling your belief and then making you more extreme in it is in essence what you're trying to say.
I guess because there's on TikTok there's this dude his name is Carlos, Hispanic, and like the dude talks so much, like he talks about how he wants like the ICE and people getting deported, and like the way he talks, he makes it believe. And here's what I want to get to, because people that don't know or doesn't do any, they don't get informed, they don't get any info, they see a video, and then the way he talks, it makes like people scared.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Instead, it was like,
I
hey,
think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think Carlos Espina, I think.
Yeah.
Because the way he talks, like, oh my God, okay, esto acaba de pasar, and like,
yeah, he's
like
just spreading propaganda.
Like the other day, there was a video. There was a nightclub. Was it a nightclub? The ICE showed up, and there was 150 people.
And they were doing like prostitution and shit.
Yeah. So here's the thing: if you know you can get in trouble, don't go to the type of places, dude.
Yeah.
But the way he was saying, it's like, oh, like, not only that, but like, there's other videos where he doesn't actually tell you the full story.
Yeah, he just clips it to move his agenda forward. Yeah, I've seen what he does. He's like really misinforms everybody, and what he does is like, oh, there was a ICE raid here, and they were all innocent people, and then like if you actually do the research, that it's completely the opposite of what he's actually saying.
He talks about, oh, Trump is he's deporting all immigrants and stuff, and then but yet he's over there taking pictures with Obama, who's the one who's deported the most people.
Yeah, he has one of the highest deportation rates, and like a lot of the people that I know that had parents that were undocumented, a lot of people I know lost their parents in his administration.
That's what I'm saying. So, you know what I mean? But what I want to get to is like I get videos, like I get his videos, and then it's funny because I be like scrolling. I'd be watching his videos, and then literally the next video, it's somebody talking about the same topic, but with a different point of view.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it makes you think, okay, then at that point you're like, okay, so who's right? And then you can do your own research, and then you're like, okay, this is true, and this is not true. But that is because and not a lot of people don't have that open mind.
Yeah.
Like,
they just think, oh, they're attacking us and that's it. I was watching I was on TikTok and there was this one dude, he was apparently an artist or some shit, and he was trying to rap, and then he was like, oh, fuck black people, fuck Americans, they're always against us, and I'm trying my hardest, and he's like rapping this shit in a jail cell. And I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. See, you're the problem, bro. When you start saying shit like that, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Like, what are you saying? What are you saying? Like, you're saying that everybody's against us. Oh, we're victims. We're all this, that, and the third. Bro, speak for yourself, you clown. You're saying this shit. You're rapping this shit. And the music video is you in a jail cell. So you clearly did something stupid to get there. They're deporting us and we're innocent. Like, bitch, you're in a jail cell rapping this shit. What are you talking about? And it makes us look bad.
yeah. So I've been watching this show where it's basically like inmates, people that are in jail, start dating people from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. My wife the other day, she showed me a TikTok. He's like, oh, everyone's talking about this. So we started watching it. It's interesting. What I want to get to is that these people get out of jail and within a week, sometimes they go back.
Yeah.
And then they just blame it to the freaking system.
Yeah.
So listen, all they got to, they tell you was like, hey, follow these rules and you'll be fine. But they don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the system of this, I'm like, dude, you got in there. You got there in the first place. They're giving you a way out, but you don't want to take it.
Yeah.
Now, I understand sometimes the same system will get people in trouble too, probably sent to jail when they don't own anything. But for the most part, dude, our decisions are the ones that dictate our future. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, we all have, well, maybe not the same opportunities, but we have opportunities, and if we don't take them, then
like, yeah, that's weird. That's our fucking fault.
Imagine, right? So the foods we eat, right? A lot of the stuff has a bunch of sugar, processed stuff that can get us sick, right? And or if I start eating ice cream every day, which I probably should stop because I've been doing that. But anyways, what I want to get to is that you keep eating a lot of sugar and then you end up with diabetes and then you just blame the government. Or just blame Walmart.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, it's their fault. I'm like, no, it was my fault because I chose to do it when I knew it was bad, but I still did it because it was good. Does that make sense? Or I want to be a rapper because they look cool. You know, they get girls, they got money, they cars and stuff. If what you post on social media, especially with the music, that looks cool, then everybody wants to do it. Just like, yeah, social media, music.
Mm-hmm.
They promote drugs, crime, and it seems normal, so people do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of this shit, it's beyond me, dude. I was watching, I saw this post where this fucking dude from, I think, Guatemala, he got arrested and ICE is taking him, right? Because he was a documented MS-13 member. Bro, this motherfucker had a rap sheet like fucking 3 pages long, right? Had gotten 16 deportation detainers, all of which were ignored by the state of Virginia, Fairfax County to be exact. And this motherfucker was still doing dumb shit.
Now, here's what I want to say. The Hispanic people that are like, oh, the Democrats are helping us. They're not.
They're not,
dude. Because if they really helping us, then the people that are they're actually making us look bad, we'll get those out of the way. So the ones that are actually doing the things, just working and trying to have a better life, will look good. But then the Democrats, what they do is like, hey, he's a criminal. He killed somebody. It was all right. You're free. Comes back because he committed another crime. He doesn't face any consequence, and you know what I mean? Because I think I know who you're talking about. I was literally watching a picture of the dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 30 pages. I think it was like
it was something crazy.
I mean, yeah, because they know. I mean, I think when at that point he's still free, and then you blame. I don't know, dude.
You want to blame everybody and not be accountable for your own shit, dude. It's just fucking beyond me, bro.
I was
that's the culture.
Watching a video the other day about the guy from Maryland.
Oh, yeah.
So the guy was talking to, was it Charlie Kirk? Oh, yeah, because he mentioned the tattoos he's got in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, well, he never explained what the tattoos meant. Like, you know what I mean? What of course, you're not going to explain to the news, like, oh, this means this means... No, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say something else because I don't want to look bad. But the guy was like, well, how do you know he's not... How do you know this? I'm like, you're not going to go and put stuff to symbolize a gang, right? I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to do it because you want to be part of it or you're part of it.
Mm-hmm. Like that saying in Spanish, el que se... ¿Cómo es?
Oh, I mean, they're like, hay uno que dice, dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres.
Yeah. There's that one, and then el que se junta con like avispas or some shit, siempre se le pega la miel or some shit like that.
I guess, yeah.
It's something in the regards of like when you're with a whole bunch of bees, there's always a little bit of honey sticks on you, no matter what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can be in a group of people, right? And you're probably not a gangbanger, but you're gonna have some of that shit that sticks with you, regardless. They're gonna be like, "Oh, he gangbangs."
Oh, you was with them. Everyone else does.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, I don't know, because I believe when I was in school, they told me, like, don't cut people off. It kind of be friends with them. He's like, because I remember, was it a teacher? No, it was a counselor. She was like, you can't just cut people off because then you can get in trouble. And I'm not saying like your friend because he was talking behind your back. No, I'm talking about like actual gang members and stuff. He's like, she was like, you know, you can be cool with them, just not be with them. Don't be doing the stuff they're doing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because she wasn't like, she was like, don't, like, if you know them, you're cool with them, just don't ignore them. Like, hey, just talk to them. Tell them, hey, listen, I can't do this because, you know, I don't want to be part of that life. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it's sometimes...
A lot of these people's like, oh, but I don't have friends and I don't want to lose them.
Yeah, it's sometimes... Like I said with that overcorrection shit, so when something's going in one path and it overdoes it, you overcorrect, right?
Yeah.
It's a given. You're always going to overcompensate. When something's gone too far left, you're going to want to go a little bit farther right to avoid that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like, okay, don't judge a book by its cover, but if like I'm seeing something sketchy, I might as well just cut you off right now and then move on. You just got to fucking do it nowadays. Because like, bro, you can be sitting in the same car. Like, let's say you hop in my car, right? And we're cool. We're about to go, I don't know, fuck else. I don't know, do some fun shit, right? We get pulled over. I have an illegal gun in the car. Well, it's not mine. And you say it's not yours. We're both going to jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're both going to jail. You know what I'm saying? They don't discriminate. They're just doing their job. You're going to go to fucking jail because nobody wants to own up to the gun. Then so be it. That's why,
That's how it is.
Bro, I'm so careful when I hop into somebody's car, bro, because fuck that, dude. Fuck that. Fucking end up getting a fucking gun charge or a murder charge because the gun was linked in the fucking killing or it was stolen.
Imagine,
fuck that, dude.
So, the news the other day, some guy from Peru. Because you know when you go to like the countries, like there's like, oh, can you take this to my family over there and stuff? I'll pay you some money. And this is what my dad always told me. He was like, whenever you go somewhere like that, don't bring anything.
Yeah.
And if you do, if it's somebody close to you, you open it, you see it, you're watching when they're packing and stuff.
Yeah, or you pack it yourself.
Yeah, basically, that's was like you pack it yourself. That way, you make sure that when you get to the airport, you don't get like, oh, well, it's not mine. It was like, well, you brought it.
Yeah.
Because that guy, I guess, like I said, I don't know. But people in the comments was, oh yeah, apparently he got paid $200, and he had like cocaine and $50,000 though, packing like cheese or stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, imagine. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't just trust people. You know, make sure you know what you're bringing, and you'll be fine. I was just basically saying, if you hang around with people that you know they're doing stuff they shouldn't be doing, then don't just.
Yeah. It's a crazy world, man. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy world. But
I think there's a saying like if you hang around losers, you'll be a loser too, or a winner. I don't know.
It's a crazy world, bro. Honestly, everything that's going on. We got Kanye losing his shit right now. Dude, I showed Bucky the new Kanye song called Hail Mustache Man. Dude. And he's talking about like everything that's happened to him, about losing his kids and then losing bank accounts and losing a lot of shit. And then he's like basically saying people wake up and shit. And then like at the end of it, he has the Austrian painter fucking doing a speech. And the speech in essence is like, if you feel like I have done my duty as a public servant, then I urge you to like I'm probably butchering it. He was like, I urge you to support me in this fight for our people. That's basically what the speech says. Cause that AI translation, like you could hear fucking Mussolini's fucking speeches translated from Italian to fucking English, and then you can hear the Austrian painter's fucking his speeches translated. And like if you didn't know who it was, you'd be like, damn, what the fuck? This sounds very passionate. Sounds like he's describing now. Like you'd think that he's describing the events that are occurring now. Cause he's like foreshadowing in his fucking speeches. It's crazy, bro. And like when I first heard it, I was just like, damn, this is crazy that this is actually out here. And like 3-4 years ago, dude, you went on YouTube, you wouldn't be able to find that type of stuff. Never. All his speeches, like you'd have to go to an archive to find them.
Yeah.
And now they're just like out there in the open on YouTube, translated.
That's what I'm saying. You get what you're like. If you look for more answers, you'll find them. Like, you know, if you want to see what the dudes were talking about, now we have the technology to translate. I mean, yeah, I guess it's not that it changes your mind, but you think different. You know what I mean?
It opens your eyes.
There you go.
It opens your eyes because a lot of shit you don't fucking learn it in school. A lot of the shit that you learn in school is what the winners wrote.
Yeah.
You know? And like when you do research on a lot of things, like on the topic of JFK or on the topic of major conspiracies, dude, like you actually like do your research, it throws you back. I mean, a small example was the left to whore thing. I did my research, bro, and it took me all the way back to like this page that was like it was like on Google, it was like 3 pages deep.
Yeah.
And it was a website that like calls out all the crimes of left to whore, descriptions of what they were doing, and basically a helpline and all this, that, and the third. But why is it like 3 pages back? And like a lot of people, like they'll go first page. Oh, okay, so I guess this is fine. And I mean, Google's been called out to be hiding stuff like that. They've like throw whatever they want, what they want you to like know. Like it happened in the elections. In a way, it's like a lot of shit nowadays is manipulated so you don't find out. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff is coming out, dude. A lot of stuff.
I feel like a lot of stuff is out there. People just don't. You know what I mean? You don't. If you don't look for it, you're not gonna find it.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, because they show it. What was it? I saw. Was it on YouTube? You know how they like the GOAT? Like if somebody is like an athlete, like the greatest of all time or something. I think it was Dick's Sporting Goods or something. And they show you the GOAT. I might be wrong. I don't think it was some big store though.
Uh-huh.
And then they show you the GOAT. And what does the GOAT mean? He's the devil, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the times they just, it just means that the greatest of all time. And they're just showing you what they like. I don't think they're hiding anything, dude. They don't. And like you said,
it's right there.
It's right there. So if you really want to do the research and find info, you will find it. But a lot of the times you have to go to the second or third or fourth page on Google to find it because, you know what I mean?
It's manipulated.
Yeah.
Did you hear that JFK's diary came out?
No, it did.
Dude, now they're trying to say he's like anti-Semitic. So JFK used to be a journalist, and he went to Germany in the 30s, I believe. And he saw how everything was and all this, that, and the third. And in his diary, he wrote that the National Socialists only wanted the best for their country, and like later on in his life, he was like, oh, Hitler at some point will become a man known for his resilience and his love for country over the stuff that he was called out for. So they say that he was like one of Hitler's biggest admirers. And like before this all came out, a lot of people was like, oh, JFK is the best and all this, that, and the third. But with this coming out, a lot of people are like questioning everything. Like I'm telling you, dude, like a lot of stuff is coming out that you would have never heard a few years back, dude. Never in a million years did you think you were going to hear that JFK was a Hitler supporter.
So imagine if he supported Hitler, right? But then he was a good president. He did everything for the country. I'm just saying, right? I don't know if he did.
Yeah.
But let's just picture him as the best president the country has ever had. That it was good for the left and for the right. It was just perfect, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, yeah, he was a good president. We love him and everything. We wish we had another one like him. And then, like you said, and then this stuff comes out. And then he changes everything.
Yeah.
After all the good things he did, he changes everything.
Yeah. And it's like, you can't crush people for their own thoughts and beliefs, right? We weren't there. We didn't see shit. We only know what the books throw. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how shit could change just like that. You say one wrong thing or you think the wrong thing, dude, and it's done.
See, I think that if you're the type of person that you're openly racist to the point that you're actually causing other people to go and do stupid things like actual harm and like, you know what I mean, like trying to kill somebody, I get it.
Like
right?
If you're like insinuating you're going to like shoot a whole school or just like, oh, well, I see an interracial couple and we'll beat them the fuck up. Fuck them, this, that, and the third.
Yeah, cancel them. Make sure...
Slow down.
I'm just saying, make sure you find them where they work and everything because that can save somebody's life. But me giving now my opinion about why they shouldn't be teaching kids about sex or anything sexual at all, gender confusion and stuff. Don't teach them kids and that's my opinion, and you get mad and then go to my job and then I lose my job. How does that make sense? What are you going to gain from it? Seriously, what are you going to gain? My opinion is not going to change anybody's. I don't think it would change people. It's just the way I think. But then they would cancel, but they won't cancel people trying to actually do harm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I could be, like we just mentioned, if Kennedy was like a good president and did all these things, and then people put him up here, and then we now, they found
the diary.
Yeah, and then people was like, well, if he believe in that, then that makes him the worst president. After all that he did, I don't know, bro. People are.
It's a weird fucking. Like, if he was alive today, that came out, dude, he would have been fucking done for, dude.
I know.
Impeached, everything, dude. He would have been so fucked. And we're back. So, but yeah, dude, it's a lot of crazy shit that's going on. Like I said, information is out there. You just got to look for it. Unfortunately, a lot of these companies tend to hide shit. It's not something that will push their agenda forward. I feel as though the situation right now, the way it is right now, I feel like we're protecting certain people too much. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely not the way to go about it, you know? It's even come down to fucking with people's lives. If you don't agree with something that they say, oh, I'm gonna fucking cancel this fucking cunt. And that shit's unacceptable as fuck, dude. Like, you know how many people I disagree with? It never goes through my head. Cancel that bitch ass motherfucker. Speak your mind, dude. See, if you can fool some retard, go ahead, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to believe me, dude. You have free will to do your own research, right? You know what I mean?
Do your research.
You don't have to be like, well, he said it, so okay. I was probably wrong. And instead of just getting mad at me or canceling me, you can just be like, hey, bro, here's the thing. On social media, I got a bunch of people that add me on their close friends. And they speak their minds, their opinions and stuff. Some of them go against what I believe. Some of them, it really doesn't affect me, dude.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? Oh, imagine if I was doing that and I'm sure some of the people that have me into close friends, I'm sure somebody has already replied to them. Why are you saying this? And it's not something bad. I mean, it could honestly be your everyday life and somebody get offended at that. You know what I mean? So imagine if I was do that, replying to them like, oh, basically fighting with them. Like, what am I going to gain? I know what I know, and if I think what I know, it's right. But that doesn't stop me from seeing the other point of view, and that way I can make my own decision. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But people don't do that.
Yeah, dude. I'm waiting to see how people are gonna react with the new pope rejecting the same-sex marriage.
They're gonna lose a bunch of people though.
Yeah, because he openly came out and said, "I believe marriage is a holy thing between man and woman."
Oh, the thing you sent me, dude. Was it on about him? I think it was on Instagram, right?
Probably, yeah.
You see the comments and I'm like, oh no, like a relationship or like parents and like basically going against that.
Then you're not a real Catholic, dude. Simple as that. And if you don't believe that shit, then
I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like,
are you really doing God's will? You know what I'm saying?
People would it's because truth hurts. And when you create, I mean, even the Bible says, if you know the truth should set you free. You know what I mean? I think that's what I guess.
Yeah, and if you know the truth, you'll burn twice as hard.
Well, that's also true. That is also true.
Yeah, you'll burn twice as hard if you know the truth and you're going to keep on doing it, then it's your fucking problem. I honestly look. I don't say, like, if I see a homosexual couple, right? I'm not gonna go up to you. You're gonna burn in hell. You know that, right? No, just hey, look, it's not God's will. You can't be coming to church here and not changing. You know what I'm saying? I'm nobody to judge you. God says come in, you know, and let him do his work and whatnot. But doesn't mean keep on fucking doing what you're doing, son. You gotta stop.
I think the problem is, and like this is what I was thinking the other day. I have no problem with gay people, transgender, and all of them. You know, because you act like a normal person. And a normal person is not going to be talking over there or trying to change your mind, basically saying that doing it with another guy is the way to go. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Forcing you to believe it. Just like how they're like, oh, stop with the Jesus thing. Like, I don't want to hear about it and stop shoving it in our face or something like that. You know what I mean?
Turn around and shove all that.
That's what I'm saying.
Obscenity.
So if you're the type of person, like, I really don't care. It doesn't affect me. If you are married to another dude or if you're a girl married to another girl, it doesn't affect me, honestly. The problem becomes when you're forcing me, or here's when it becomes a problem. That just because I don't agree with your actions, then I get in trouble.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you don't get in trouble when you disagree with me. So that's when it becomes a problem. And if you don't care to believe in Jesus, or maybe you believe that Jesus wants you the way you are, then it's up to you, bro. You know the truth. You know what I mean? The problem becomes when I don't agree with you, you get offended, you start crying, and I get in trouble. How does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it's fucked world, man. It's a fucked
yeah,
world.
I mean, you're free to do. People are free to do whatever they want. Free will. But yeah.
life is gone to shit recently, man.
You think honest question, dude, do you think life was easier back 100 years ago?
Fuck yeah.
I mean, in some things I do think it was better, but I'm sure they had their own struggles and problems.
Yeah.
They were hoping that, they were thinking that before their time it was better. I don't know.
I believe that it was better. And it was easier. We had the nuclear family was still a thing. You know what I'm saying? A man could sustain a household with one income. That was it. They could dream, chase the dream, and enjoy the dream. And our generation doesn't have that, dude. It just doesn't. Because at the end of the day, it's so much harder for us to get a house. It's hard to have a relationship, right? Or a marriage where only one is the provider. It's super rare now. It had to have been a lot easier, And going back to what you were saying, like, certain people would wish for times like this, right? But
I mean, yeah. I mean, some things get fixed, some things get worse.
Yeah.
We create new. Here's what I believe: when you fix the problem, it creates a new one.
yeah, like transsexuality, right? This is a big one, right? So back in the day, being gay was very frowned upon. So what did they do? The solution was, let me look feminine enough to fool people to think that I'm a woman, so they don't think that I'm a homosexual. That's where transsexuality came.
You know what I used to think when I was a kid? I guess gay people.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, like I said, this is when I was a kid, and like I said, I grew up like they're just normal people. Like, why would I hate them? Why would I think like? And I still do. I don't hate you. Like you're a human being, bro. Like you're somebody's kid. You know what I mean? Somebody's best friend. I don't know, but I grew up seeing like gay people were the only ones who designers. Like the ones who, that's what I pictured when I was a kid. Like it was weird for me growing up and seeing like somebody like you. Let's just say, oh, I have my own clothing brand. Oh, buy my hoodie.
Yeah.
And not think that you're gay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's what I used to think. Like
built a stereotype.
the stereotype, like, oh, if you're you design your own clothing and stuff, then you're gay. That's what I used to think.
Yeah.
It's clearly wrong, but
No, see, you got brought up way different than I did. Because when I was growing up, like what they would tell me, oh, es enfermito.
oh, no.
Or like, oh, es diferente. Stuff like that. So I grew up believing that it was wrong the whole time. You know? And I mean, it's not right, but you can't judge a person off of it. You know, do whatever you got to do, dude. Just don't shove it in my kid's face, and that's it. Respect it, and that's it. But
Listen, like, here's the thing. Don't get offended if I don't want to agree with you. Okay, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna. Let's just say you tell me why you believe the way you believe, like why you think God made you in the wrong body,
yeah,
and then I tell you the truth, which the Bible says that God created you a man or a female, and you get offended. Like, don't get offended, bro. That's it. Don't get offended, and we can all live
yeah,
a normal life. You do what you want to do, we can still be cool. But don't get offended. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's gonna be hard. Like I said, there's gonna be an overcorrection at some point. At some point, this is bound to break and go really, really the other way.
Yeah, the whole world's about to end.
Yeah. It's a matter of time. We live our lives, our kids live their lives, and the world still hasn't ended. Oh.
Can you imagine? Imagine 100 years ago, it was like, oh, the world's about to end.
Yep.
And then grew up, did everything,
Died.
die, but that's God's mercy, though. But yeah.
I guess we can call it an episode.
Simone.
So it's great talking to you guys. Great talking
Thank
to you
you
guys.
for listening, man.
Thank you for listening. If you got this far,
Oh, yeah. If you got this far, please give us a like.
yeah,
Thank you. First of all, thank you for listening. And we appreciate your time.
definitely.
And just leave us comments. Maybe, I don't know.
It
Like
could
I
be
said,
hate at this point.
At this point, it could be anything. We just, if you think we said something wrong, like I just mentioned before, just,
Give
I
us
don't know, give us your opinion.
Yeah,
It doesn't hurt.
a point of view or something. It'd be great. You know? That way we can contest it on the next episode.
Dude, I'm glad to see that some of the people that went to school, some of them have podcasts. I don't know what they talk about, but like I just saw two of them. They just posted on their social medias, oh, we started a podcast. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
That's cool shit, man. It's always
Like, I'm not. People will hate you until you make it like big. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, it could be your own friends and be like, ah, man, this fool talking nonsense in there. Look at him. Like, why is he wasting his time? And then, boom, you make it like famous and you start making money. It's, oh, yeah, I knew him since the beginning, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely. It's
I have some friends that want to be rappers. And, dude, I follow them. I like their music. Not that I would. Like, I sometimes have shared some of the music. I like their videos. I'm like, dude, just make it, bro. Like, you working for your dream, go for it, bro. I'm not going to be like, look at this fool, man. He wants to be another rapper. What if that rapper actually makes it, bro? You know what I mean? That's what I think.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, you're better than I am. Sometimes I try to talk people out when they try to be fucking rappers.
I mean, I tell them, I was like, hey, listen, you might not make it, let's be honest, but hey, you never know.
Yeah. You got to be like that sometimes. But
Oh, because that's what they told me. I was like, what are you doing with that podcast, man? You wasting time. I'm like, nah. Hey, but then again, they're like, hey, you never know, bro. Just keep pushing, I guess.
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we kind of just do it for fun.
Honestly.
We talk our mind, I guess. You know?
Yeah, we're not forcing anybody to listen to us, but if you do, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. We appreciate it. But since we were talking about friends, man, I was thinking about this one story before we end the pod. I was thinking about this one story where I was a kid and I had gone to smoke. And it was a group of us, right? And we go into this girl's house and we're chilling, right? And I'm like stoned out of my mind, dude. And I looked at a fucking picture, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Family Guy?
Yeah.
You know Cleveland?
Yeah.
Dude. I look at the picture, right, and I'm stoned, right, and I'm just like, bro, is that Cleveland? And it was the girl's dad.
Oh,
And she was like, I don't know whether to fucking like what to do right now. And everybody was like, oh, yo, it does look like Cleveland. It was so funny. But now that I'm saying it out loud, I sounded retarded.
well, I'm saying, like, imagine if you would have said that now, you'll be canceled.
Oh,
well, you're
definitely.
racist. I'm like,
Definitely.
nah, bro, it's just.
Bro, he had the Cleveland cut and everything, dude. Oh my God, did I die, dude. But yeah, that's the end of the episode, guys. Later.